some Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Out of the stretcher, she be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars, ain't it all?
Well, a steady rain has been falling here, but it has not dampened the spirits of the hardy folks at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field so they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Well, he's got some breathing room. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
He finds his man complete. That's Phillips. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
2nd down and 6 now.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And this will kick off the crossbar and skip over. It's good. He didn't get that one cleanly at all, but he still gets it to go. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Ready, ready. 19. Come 19. Come on. Hit 19. 77. Ready.
To throw is Sanders. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Now Sanders. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line. And no further.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tua going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
2nd down.
Looking to pass. Tua. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Well, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Shador. Over the middle, complete. That's Phillips. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And bulldozing his way through. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Browns defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. So this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Solo left Zion. Hey! Hey, 21.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Come on, come on.
Here's Sanders. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Phillips.
Number 18. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here is 3rd and 5.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Sanders. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is taken at the 18. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 46-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down and 6. From midfield, here's Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 50 yards. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And that is taken in by Njoku. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
49-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Browns are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And this is caught. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Taylor trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here's Taylor again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Jonathan Taylor
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Come on, come on.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Hurry, 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 hurry. 65, 19, check, contact.
Willis. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Willis looking to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Riggs. Go.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's 3rd and 10.
20, TX. Go ahead. 19. Hey. Watch it, Oscar. Yeah.
From the gun, it's Tua. Now he's going to step.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The kick by Sanders is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I've had almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Bond. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Sanders to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now an audible here into something else.
At the 31-yard line.
Throwing, Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
8 yards on the play.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Get it! 19-18! Check! Hurt! Hurt! Buffalo 18! 19 tight! 19 tight!
To throw again, here's Sanders. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing
seconds now to go. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Ready.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 44. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
All right, fellas.
On first down, back to Achane. Down the left sideline.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
The second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins have retaken a third quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
To throw now, here's Sanders.
He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now third down and 6 to go.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, what a move.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Browns first down.
Cowboy.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second and 5.
Let's go.
A give. Here's Jenkins.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Now he's going to step up and run.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ready.
On the draw is Taylor.
And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
60.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Now Hill to return it.
Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey,
and the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Sanders. Throwing to start the drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
as expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Sanders.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. On the drive, it's Jenkins.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Looking to throw. Sanders.
Now he'll tuck this and run. That is incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Here's Tua.
Throw caught by Achane. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 43-yard line.
Now Tua. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Hey, check that. Street.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard
Get
line.
it. 18 Cardinal. 19 Charger. 18 Pioneer.
Willis. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And I think the ball's out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Browns drive about to get started.
What a big 4th quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Now Sanders.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. So nothing doing there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
To throw is Sanders. He's got a man. That's Bond.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Throwing again, it's Sanders.
20, 10, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Jenkins. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action now. Sanders.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amon-Ra St. Brown with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's a give A chance.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He'll try to do it himself. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
10 more yards. That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And his throw is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Sanders. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. This is 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here's 2nd down. Achane gets it from the gun. Room here to run. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 27-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Throwing Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here we go. 1st and goal.
Good.
They'll run. Achane. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
H.A. in here, they stay on the ground.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
He'll try to pick it up himself. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Miami, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.